time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. I sadly mistaken, I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win, apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, apply myself, I felt it in.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. I'm excited about today's episode because we're going to talk some NBA and we're going to talk some NFL today. We got to talk about Dame Lillard and the Blazers, man. I mean, it's like a tug of war match with them right now. We got to talk about the 49ers. I know Dave got a lot to say about that. And we got to talk about two teams that are bound to make the playoffs this year, the Lions and the Jets. But before we do that, already starting early.
We got breaking news, fellas. Before the show even starts, the Dallas Mavericks, San Antonio Spurs, and Boston Celtics are finalizing a 3-team trade. Mavs will get Grant Williams, Spurs will get Reggie Bullock, and an unprotected Dallas pick swap in 2030. And the Celtics will get multiple second-round picks.
That's a good pickup for the Mavericks.
Hey, what's this new CBA, bro? What is the second round pick thing they got going on, bro? Like they going crazy with the second round picks.
The second round picks, you can sign them for longer deals now, so they're more valuable now than what they used to be. And you can sign them on longer deals without using your cap space.
Okay, that's why. That's why I knew it was something.
Okay, I like that. So, well, we can start off just quickly give a quick news about this. This is breaking news, and then we can go into the regular topics. All right, y'all.
All right, that's what's up.
But look, I got my man Davey Dollars who just broke the news to y'all before y'all even got it on your phone. You still ain't get it on your phone yet. All right, so you got it before everybody else. And I got Mr. You Done Something himself, Tomo. What's good, fellas?
Man,
Turn
I got you, Dave.
Up. Man, like I said, I just broke the news, fellas. I just broke the news. Look, we just got live. This ESPN ain't released it yet. Bleacher Report ain't released it yet. So if this is what I get in the chats every single day. If you're not in the chat, you might want to join that thing now. But I'm excited about today. It is Wednesday, working Wednesdays, winning Wednesdays, whichever one you want to call it. I'm gonna say winning Wednesdays because we always winning on this show.
There you go.
And gotta talk about Dame. Do the Blazers owe them? Do they own him to put him where he want to go? And my Niners, who gonna be there week 1? I don't know. And then will the Lions or the Jets make the playoffs this year? Jets gonna be on Hard Knocks, so I think they'll be the first team to make the playoffs being on Hard Knocks. So we'll see.
Me myself, man, I'm just ready to hear what Dave has to say about these first two topics, man. It's gonna be interesting. I know the last one it's gonna be some might be some table or furniture moving based upon how we feel. But these first two is gonna be very, very interesting, man. So I'm feeling good. Joe, how you?
I'm great, man. I'm locked and loaded, ready to do these debates, man. But look, before we do these debates, make sure y'all like this video on 3 different platforms, y'all. We on Twitter Live, Facebook Live, and monetized YouTube Live. Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to everybody who's been viewers and subscribers. Make sure y'all like the videos on all 3 platforms. Share the video on all 3 platforms so we can get some people on to watch live with y'all. Subscribe and follow on all 3 platforms. We appreciate if you're about to do it or have done it before. All right. So we got the comment section. As you can see, Kevo is in the comment section already. Shout out to Kevo. All right. Hey, I know you just heard the breaking news about your squad. So I don't know how you feel about that. We're gonna talk about that very soon. But use that comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting out throughout the show. only relevant to the show, okay, or relevant to the current topic. If you have your little side comments, which is fine, right? But we probably won't put them on the screen. Any super chats come in because we're monetized now. They get bumped to the front of the line. Everything before that just get erased, basically. All right. So shout out to the super chats and Dave, IG man. I couldn't keep up. I couldn't keep up these last 2 days. All right. So Dave, talk about them IG chats we got going on.
All right. So before I start, the trade is official, and they're getting him on a sign and trade for 4 years, $54 million. So it's official. Grant Williams is now a part of the Dallas Mavericks.
He got the same
almost,
Asian
almost the same contract as Dylan Brooks.
Yeah. But no, it's not. Dylan Brooks got 20 million a year. He got 4 year 54. Almost, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah, that's it. Almost. Close enough.
No, it's not.
No, not even close.
Yeah, it's not close. Yeah.
I'm tripping. Never mind. But these IG chats, man, I mean, it's a lot going on. Trust me, you want to join. We're giving you news first, no matter what it is, no matter what chat it is. But they're the NBA along with the WNBA, NFL offseason that started. Like I said, we got 2 NFL topics to talk about today. You definitely want to tune in. Major League Baseball, shout out to BWT Baseball with Teddy. And, anything about baseball, you want to go there. College football, we got some things brewing in college football. It's going to be I think it's going to be a great year this year in college football. I can't wait. College basketball, men and women. Shout out to LSU. They won a championship last year in women's, and they might win it this year because they got the girl Lilith from Louisville who transferred and went there. And then we got boxing. It's a lot of Twitter beats going on in boxing right now between Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney. So who knows what's going to happen between that? People thinking that Shakur is ducking or Haney's ducking. I don't know. All I know is I would like to see the fight happen. That's all I know. And then that's mixed in with a little bit of UFC and some wrestling. So, whatever you want to, whichever chat you want to be in, you got to join. You got to become a membership first. And how do you become a membership? Tom, go ahead and explain that to him.
Like the pass off, man, like magic. Look, man, you want to be a part of these chats and get breaking news? Hey, nah, he out of the league. You talking about somebody who won rings and is a Hall of Famer. No disrespect. Walt, we still miss you out here. But you want to become a member? Click the link in the description. That little banner that pops up when you go on our YouTube page, it says join. Click that. Or how on some other pages it says subscribe. You subscribe twice this time. You subscribe to the show and you subscribe as a member. And when you become a member, you can join these levels. We got the pro level, we got the all-star level, and we got the superstar level. With the pro level, that's $2.99 a month. You get loyalty badges next to your name in the comments. With the live chats, you get priority comments. So if you was tuned in earlier, Joe told you jump to the front, for my folks in the DMV, that's the cut line at the go-go, for $2.99 a month. And you get to join one sports chat, okay? Oh, I like that. You see, shout out to Donnell. He's a superstar member. You see that right there? He jumped the line. I like the photo too. He updated that. Yeah. And Wemby, he trusts. With the all-star level, that's $4.99 a month. You get all the perks of being in the pro level, but you also get member-only videos. You get to join multiple chats. Again, so those are the chats that Dave told you about. So you get to join multiple chats. You don't got to worry about staying in one. You can chat around and get your chat on, and you can also request topics or segment nominees. And the segments are You Done Son, Dave's Dog Pound, and Joe's Not So Average Top 5. Then, if you want to bump it up, you can go to the superstar level for $9.99 a month. And with the superstar level, you get all the perks from the all-star and the pro level. Shout out to Teddy, baseball with Teddy. We got the super chat, just like any infomercial, we can stop and take a break because somebody brought something. So Teddy says for $4.99 with the super chat. Shout out to Refuse to Lose Family. Hashtag start spreading the news. In his voice. Hashtag do your job. Hashtag humbly. You know what the last hashtag was about. And for those, look, that was $4.99. He did that with a super chat. That was part of the all-star level. But For the
Mhm.
superstars,
Nice.
$9.99 a month, you get the same perks from the all-star level and the pro level, but you also get to be a part of the Refuse to Lose chat. You get to be a guest on the show. You don't have to, but you get the offer is there. The invite is open. You get awards and plaques to the top performers, and basically a quick breakdown of that is go back and watch the award show on the YouTube network, and let us know like, hey, I want to win one of those awards. You come on the show, and it's based upon your views of that show. And you get member shout out. We just shouted out Donnell, but we also want to say shout out to Jerry, who was the first, and we gotta give a shout out to Joe, who also became a member. But don't worry about it. We we coming for our
We
spot.
come. We be there. 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 Don't worry.
But so yeah, again, click the link in the description, become a member, and get your refuse to lose on. Take it away, Joe.
Mhm. Let's get it. And speaking of Teddy,
I
right?
should have never said magic.
Speaking of Teddy, we gotta give a shout out to BWT Baseball with Teddy, right? Once again, shout out for the super chat for a guy that's already on the network, right? So we
Exactly.
appreciate that. And listen, y'all, if you're a diehard baseball fan, a casual fan, or a guy who wants to learn more, or a girl wants to learn more about baseball, tune in to BWT, the Refuse to Lose Sports. And guess what, y'all? This weekend we getting our first live baseball with Teddy episode, y'all. This weekend, all right. Don't know the date and time yet, but this weekend you will be seeing your first BWT live. We're not talking about pre-recorded live. This is him live on the actual platform. You can talk to him through the chats and all that stuff. All right.
That
So
Okay,
that
Teddy.
that that that.
yeah, right. So shout out to BWT. And last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo, the floor is yours.
I mean, I gotta say, we gotta give it to Dave right quick because he dropped the breaking news. So we want to talk about this trade right quick. So Dave, it's on you now. Tell us about that trade that just went down.
All right. So the Mavericks, the San Antonio Spurs, and Celtics agreed on a three-team trade where the Mavericks get Grant Williams, signing him to a 4-year, $54 million deal. The Spurs get Reggie Bullock and an unprotected Dallas pick swap in 2030. That's 7 years from now. Sheesh. And the Celtics get three second-round picks in the deal in 2024, 2025, and 2028.
All right. Well,
Biggest thing about this, am I going first? Since I
you all right, you go ahead.
Yeah, good.
okay. So biggest thing is the Mavs get some defense. You got Grant Williams that comes in there. He's a gritty player. He was the one that everyone saw when Jimmy Butler was, he was yapping in Jimmy Butler's face. And then Jimmy kind of went crazy in that game.
He
Yeah,
can't guard
that
me.
that Grant Williams. But nonetheless, Grant Williams has also made some key shots in the playoffs in the last few years. Really good player.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think that's a great move for the Mavericks. They could finally get some defense that they needed because that's one thing that they were lacking last year. So that's an upgrade for them. So I feel like these moves are really good. Mark Cuban is actually out here doing some things to help improve his team and give Luka a chance to get back into the playoffs again instead of them tanking like they did last time.
Mm-hmm.
Man. So I just want to say, when you believe in your team, you wake up and make some things happen, right? We were talking about if Kyrie leaves, then Luka's probably out. He got Kyrie back. You see what I did there? But but then you sign Kyrie back. You tell Luka like, "Hey man, we really believe in you, so we're gonna get you a counterpart, and we're also gonna go get a defensive presence who can shoot the three with Grant Williams, and we're gonna give up some second round picks. I mean, the second round picks, we said it earlier, they mean a little bit more, but to some people, they're just like, we're gonna hand them off as cash value, bring somebody in with some defense. So shout out to the Mavericks. Oh, I should say Dallas Mavericks for making that happen.
So me, I like it. You feel me? Like Kevo said in the chat, Grant Williams and Thibault the same day. Getting Thibault was a good pickup. Obviously, he can't shoot, but he brings defense. And Mavericks was one of the best offensive teams in the NBA after trading for Kyrie. So what they needed was defense. So you got one of the best on-ball defenders in the NBA who can guard multiple positions on ball. And you get Grant Williams, who also can guard multiple positions. Remember when they played the Bucks, he was the guy checking Giannis. He was the guy checking Jimmy Butler. And one thing about Grant Williams, when he came in the game for the Celtics, he made him more physical. And that's what he can do for the Mavericks. So, and he can hit the three. He can shoot the three
Mm-hmm.
real good. He had like 8 threes in game 7 against the Bucks 2 years ago. So I like the move. Boston, they was gonna lose him anyway. So instead of paying him all that money, they decided to do a trade, sign the trade, which I thought was good for them. So yeah, and the Spurs get Reggie Bullock, another shooter who could fit in Pop's system, and an unprotected pick swap from Dallas in 2030. So they probably anticipating that Luka gonna be gone by then. they're gonna be a bad team by then. But go ahead, that's it.
Yeah, that was a good pick for the Spurs too to get Reggie Bullock because, like Joe said, he could shoot, he could defend a little bit as well. So that's good. The only thing about Thabio is that it's not necessarily official because he's a restricted free agent. The Blazers can still
Yeah,
trade that.
they better not. They better not match that.
I wouldn't match that. Go
I
ahead.
mean, we seen teams do it before. But speaking of matching, there's a lot of unmatched energy going on right now in Portland and just with the NBA. So we got to talk about it. And I'm gonna use this in my Joe voice. Dame. It's a Dame shame what they doing to Dame right now. So we just want to talk about this 2012 first round, 6th overall pick. 7-time NBA All Star. NBA all first team, second team, third team. Man, he's made all the teams. It seemed like he need to leave this one team, but he was rookie of the year, rookie team, so on and so forth. The most questionable one is him making the 75th anniversary team. That's the most questionable one. But outside of that, we need to talk about, will it be wrong for Portland to trade Dame anywhere outside of Miami? And because it's Miami, we're going with you first, Dave.
Okay. Uh, the Miami wants to say that they're doing him wrong. That's what because of course I want him in Miami, but it's a business at the end of the day, and at the end of the day, I want the best deal for my team. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take whatever deal is the best. If I'm the Blazers, I'm doing everything right now because I want to make sure I get exactly what I need to replace the superstar player that I'm giving up. And like I said, like I told Joe and Tomo, we don't have the best assets to give them. I understood that 100%. Um, the only what was the misconception was that we didn't have assets. We have assets. We just don't have the best. We don't have the best package. Celtics have a good package. They whatever. Pause. Got to make sure I say that because it can sound crazy, but um, they definitely have a lot of pieces that they can give to them. They have a lot of players picks, no matter what it is, that they can give to the Blazers to be able to get Dame to go and play in Boston. I think the only thing that's really stopping a lot of teams to really, that's stopping this deal from actually going on, is because Dame may be unhappy wherever he goes if it's not Miami. It to me it reminds me of the Kyrie Irving situation when he went to Boston when he didn't want to go there. And I mean he did play well. He played, so it's not like he won't play. But the situation might not end up the way he wants to. But if I'm the Blazers, I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, you did. You played, you played your 11 years here. You did everything you needed to do. We got to the Western Conference Finals with you being here. I get all of that. But at the end of the day, it's a business. And I need what's best for me. And I'm going to take the best deal possible. Whether it's with Miami, whether it's with Boston, whether it's with Philly. If someone gives me a better deal, I'm taking it. Plain and simple. It's business. So, but, the Miami wants to say that they're doing him wrong because I want him in Miami. But if I'm just thinking business-wise, no, they're not. They're doing what they're supposed to do for their business and for their team. They're supposed to make sure they upgrade them and keep them to be contention, I guess. I mean, they haven't been contention in a while, but you want a superstar for a superstar, or at least an all-star. So do what you're supposed to do.
Do what you're supposed to do, and it's on you, Joe.
All right. So look, do the Blazers owe Dame a favor. I mean, he's been one of the most loyal superstars in NBA history. Everybody been begging this dude to leave the Blazers, right? Should he leave? I mean, they be loyal to him. Now, I'm gonna say this: they shouldn't just get the best. I disagree with you, Dave, with this. I don't think they should get the best package. Like, if Utah presents the best package, don't send them Utah. Like, don't do that to them. All right,
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I get you. I get you.
All right.
I'm talking about between the contenders. If it's someone that gives you like someone that's a contending team and someone that can still help him go win, take that deal. That's what I'm saying.
And then if he also says, I hate Boston, I don't want to go to Boston, I probably want to send him out, man.
That's
Like I'm gonna do him a solid for that one. But I'm not gonna send him where you want to go. We're gonna meet in the middle. That's how I look at it. We're gonna meet in the middle. You've been good to us, but we've been good to you. Because at the end of the day, we've been paying you. Listen to this, y'all. They ain't been played 11 seasons. Tomo, listen to this. This dude got paid $233 million in his career so far. Do you know anybody that played 11 years, nobody been paid more than that? Ever in their 11th year? And as far as his contract, he finishes all his contract, he gonna make $450 million. So he's been getting paid like one of the best players in NBA history. He's been getting treated like one of the best players in NBA history. But have he delivered like as one of the best players in NBA history? That's the question. Because everybody's saying that the Blazers not putting pieces around him, but has Dame delivered when the time came? Well, yeah, I'm missing something.
No. You good. No.
I said something wild for my wild people. Right? So
it's an Easter egg when you go back and watch the show.
Okay. All right. All right. Something I'm glad I missed it then. So look, listen to this, y'all. I don't want to make this a Dame killing session. Dame has never played with a great player. His best player he played with was LaMarcus Aldridge, CJ McCollum, and then they went and got Jeremy Grant. Then they went and got Anthony. Then they got Anthony. They never really had a great player next to him. But there have been opportunities when he's been in position to get to the next round, and he hasn't done it. So I would say no. They don't owe Dame to send to Miami Heat. Plus, what the heck do Miami Heat got to offer? Tyler Hero? I'm going to do a Tyler Hero when I got Shaden Sharp and I got Scoop. Why do I need Tyler Hero when this man been injured twice in the last playoff year? Both years. He liability on defense. He's not a great passer. He's not a great rebounder. All he can do is score. But we got Shaden Sharp and we got Scoop. And we got Anthony Simons. We don't need this man. So if I'm the Blazers, I'm not doing that. And then, Tomo, a lot of people say, what about KD? The Nets sent KD to where he wanted to go. I mean, do you see what Brooklyn offered? The heck? Brooklyn offered a bunch of picks. They offered Mikal Bridges, Cam Thomas. Right? They offer pieces they can use right now. Tyler Hero, really? Duncan Robinson, who you didn't play all year to the playoffs? Really? So they don't owe Dame nothing. Now, if I'm them, I'm sending him probably Philly because I can probably get Maxey off of them. I can get to expiring contract and Tobias Harris. Maxey's another young guard. Maxey can actually pass the ball, right? So Maxey can actually play point or shooting guard next to Scoop. But I'll get Maxey off of them. I'll get Tobias Harris, who's a veteran who can hold these young guys, who's on an expiring contract. I'll do something like that. Or, send them to a contender.
I think the only issue with Philly is Philly don't want to give up Maxey. I think that's what's
well. Philly need to start smoking that stuff in Philly. All right, they need to give up Maxey. Maxey is not going to be as good as Dame. I'm sorry. Now, if he has the potential to be as good as Dame, I get it, but he's not. They tripping. They don't want to give up Maxey.
It's just like the Clippers. The Clippers don't want to give up Terrence Mann just to get
what?
Yeah, they don't want to give up
Terrence Mann. You talking about the guy from the grass? He was on the top.
I say he pulled his best soldier boy just now. Honestly, when you posed this question in the chat earlier, when we go over our show notes, I was like, I think I'm gonna be the only one to be like, the Blazers don't owe Dame nothing. I thought I was gonna be the only one to come on and say that. There's a quote, right? It say dependency is a trait easily required, and both parties are dependent upon something from the other. Okay, the Trailblazers wanted Dame to get them over the hump, and Dame wanted the Trailblazers to add more people, right? We talk about the Mamba mentality. Kobe even asked for a trade when he figured out the Lakers wasn't going to get him no extra pieces.
Yeah.
So Dame.
The Lakers did what they were supposed to do. The Blazers didn't.
But at the end of the day, Kobe requested that trade, right? He made sure they did something. Dame, you sat there and just sat around for 3 years and was like, I want players, I want to win. I don't want super teams, but yet you did nothing to make it better for Portland to actually go do anything. You just sat there and said, I'm gonna play whatever y'all got. I'm gonna just play. You went to the bubble, said I ain't come here to play around. I mean business. You should have went to the front office and said the same thing. Like, I ain't come here to play around. I mean business. I need help.
Right.
Even when CJ was here, we had potential, but you traded CJ out and you kept me here.
Mm.
Meanwhile, the rest of the league is just getting better. Super team or not, they're just getting better. Meanwhile, we up here in Portland just blazing along, shall I say.
Yeah.
So everything you guys say, I agree with, man. Not either team don't own anything, but one thing I will say this, Joe, is if Utah offers something nice that can help Portland, I might have to make that call.
Hey, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of pretty much what I was saying. I mean, it don't for real. It don't matter where you send him. He hasn't. It doesn't. It's not like he has a no trade clause.
Exactly.
So he doesn't have that kind of leverage. The only leverage he has is sweat equity. That's it. That's it. That's the only leverage he has is the sweat equity and the fact that wherever he goes, he might be unhappy. But do the Blazers care about that? They don't care about that. They just want to see you wherever they want. Now the only thing is on that team is that team care. If that team cares, then they probably just going to be like, nah, we don't want him. If he don't want to be here, we're not going to trade for him. So that could be the only thing. But another thing about the Blazers is the reason why he requested a trade is because they told him a week before the draft that they were going to trade the number 3 overall pick and get somebody for him.
He asked for that.
Because he asked for it. They didn't do it. They told him, they said, no, we're not going to do it. We're going to keep the pick. And he was like, all right, well, let's see what you do in free agency. What they do in free agency, they ain't do nothing. All they did was re-sign. All they did was re-sign who they had, and that was it. He was like, well, I'm out. So
then we basically saying Dame is Yvette and the Blazers are Jody? Because they just keep lying to him.
Pretty much.
Hey, Tomo, you said something key, and we can relate that to Kevin Durant. You said, what is Kobe known for? Lifelong Laker. One of the greatest Laker ever. People don't even remember, and he requested a trade. That man was threatening. He said he was about to go to Chicago.
Yeah,
he was about
out
to.
Of here.
He was out of there, and they went and got Paul Gasol ASAP. Nah, we gonna get somebody for you. They tried to get Chris Paul, it didn't work, but they went and got Paul Gasol.
They tried to get Chris Paul. The league had to block it.
Yeah, and then Kevin Durant requested trade. The media went crazy. Oh my God, it's Kevin Durant. They worked it out. He stayed, and what they end up happening? They sending him somewhere, and dude said, "I adore Kevin Durant." There were no hard feelings. I feel you. It's a place that's not functional. You know, it's a lot of turmoil here. I understand you want to leave. And Kobe was going through years getting bounced in the first round. No help. He's like, man, I'm here to compete for championships. I ain't here to compete for no top 75. I ain't here to compete in a 72-point game. I ain't here to compete for all first team All NBA. Here to compete for a championship.
Yeah, nah, Donnell, our superstar member Donnell is correct in that. They didn't try. They got Chris Paul. Then they got vetoed. But we're gonna be real. Mark Cuban and the Cavs owner stopped that. That's what really
Mark
happened.
Cuban. Them daggone dollars, people, man.
Hey, it's beautiful, right? Since we want to transition into Dallas people, right? Let's transition over into football a little bit, right? Because we got to talk about winning Wednesdays and these 49ers. Oh, should we say whining Wednesdays? Because we really don't know what's gonna happen out there, you know. They got quarterbacks on top of quarterbacks now. They even got the league to change the rule and add an extra quarterback to make sure they don't have that guy from 7-Eleven playing when, you know, the Eagles take their quarterback out in a playoff game that we really needed them to win.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. And if you're in a refuse to lose shot, you understand what I mean by we. All right. But who will be the 49ers starting quarterback week 1? Dave, I don't want to be picking on you, man, but you gotta
go first.
Look, I'll prepare for it.
Okay.
I'm prepared for it. That's all good.
I'm following your lead on this one.
So it's between 2 players. For me, it's clear. It's between two players. It's between Brock Purdy and Sam Darnold. You're absolutely right. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because that's all I'm hearing in San Francisco is that Trey Lance is going to be the 3rd quarterback. So this is what I got to say to Kyle Shanahan before I really start about who's going to be.
Stop the cap.
Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch, you made a huge mistake by trading all them picks just to go draft somebody at number 3 overall and only play him in 4 games and make him the quarterback 3 after he went to go train with the best quarterback in the league. So you're not even giving him an opportunity, honestly. and I think you both should be fired for that. If he's not, if he's not in there, if he's at least not quarterback 2 or given the opportunity to be quarterback 1, you both should be fired because you made a huge mistake by trading away all those assets just to go get somebody that's not even going to be on the team. Now, who I think is going to be a quarterback 1, I think it's going to be Brock Purdy. I think Brock Purdy is going to be the quarterback starting week 1 because he's on track. He's actually ahead of his recovery to be able to be a part of the training camp when it starts in August. So they said if he's able to be there for all the training camp and for the full off season, then he's going to be there. And there are multiple reasons of why I would say that they should be fired. For one, he's been the head coach here for 7 years. Yes, we've gotten to Super Bowl once, but we haven't won. So that's one thing. We're not trading him to the Commanders. Commanders, I don't think they want him anymore. I don't think the league. I don't know anyone in the league that wants Trey Lance at the moment because of what I'm hearing.
The Eagles.
But that would be funny. But yeah, I mean, Brock Purdy is the one that, to me, is just like Jimmy Garoppolo. Remember when we went and traded for Jimmy Garoppolo in 2017? He went and won 5 games straight because we got him for a second-round pick from the Patriots. And then that's, he got a huge contract. And then the year he got the contract, he got hurt for the entire season. And then after that, we went to the Super Bowl. And we all know what happened in that Super Bowl. He overthrew Emmanuel Sanders, and Patrick Mahomes became a Super Bowl champion. This year, Brock Purdy comes in, Mr. Irrelevant, and he takes over and wins 8 games straight. Leads the team to the NFC Championship game against the Eagles, and then gets hurt on the second drive. And then that was pretty much it. There was nothing coming back from that. Once he went down, that was pretty much it. Because the quarterback we had behind him, he worked the same place where I worked at last year. So that's pretty much just putting me in there at quarterback. And trust me, you ain't winning no games with me at quarterback. I'm just being honest. So that, for me, that would be, I believe it would be Brock Purdy. Anyone else, I would be surprised. I'm hopeful that Trey Lance. I hope that I'm wrong, and Trey Lance actually gets a chance. If he gets a chance and it's just a bunch of media talk, then cool. But if everything that I'm hearing is true, then all I'm saying is I don't see why they should be here next year. That's just me. Because you gave away a bunch of assets for someone that you're not using. And you're just not going to have a first-round pick this year coming up. When you had all these receivers, all these defensive backs, because defensive back was an issue for us for a while. We only have one really good offensive lineman that anybody can name, and that's Trent Williams. Everyone else you don't really know. We do have a great defense, but that's dependent on just the front 7. The back end was always a question. It improved last year, but what else are we going to do? We had Christian McCaffrey, but what's the one thing you need? You need a superstar quarterback. You need a great quarterback, at least a really good one, to win a Super Bowl. Look at all the quarterbacks that won Super Bowl the last 3 years. You got Patrick Mahomes, Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford was always good when he was with the Lions with Megatron. Then you had Tom Brady. Patrick Mahomes won twice. Then you had Brady. Like, come on. You need a quarterback that's going to get you there and win the game, not just get you there. Brock Purdy might be good enough to get us there, but is he good enough to help us win? To me, he's pretty much Jimmy Garoppolo 2.0. So, what I expect it to be Brock Purdy.
Can I go second time?
Go ahead.
David, when it comes to your teams, you be on an emotional roller coaster. They the same dude that won a Pat Riley fire and they went to the finals the same year. Same dude.
That's true.
But what did I say? I said, if what I'm hearing is true.
David, don't believe everything you're hearing. Let me ask you a question. They drafted Trey Lance. What pick in the draft?
3rd overall.
What were the speculations before the draft?
That they were going to go get the quarterback and that New England got. That was the speculation.
Did they draft him?
Nope.
Was he there to get drafted?
Of course he was.
Okay, when Jimmy Garoppolo came back to y'all, right? When he was healthy, it was speculation between him and Trey Lance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who was the starting quarterback the whole time?
My boy Trey Lance.
No. Jimmy G was the starter. Oh, not last year. Year before last.
Yeah.
We got drafted Trey Lance. Everybody kept saying, "Oh, Trey Lance is gonna start." Yeah.
Nah, I knew Jimmy Garoppolo was going to start that year.
Like, one thing about Kyle Shanahan, he toy with the media. That's what he does. You think he's gonna bring in Sam Darnold? Sam Darnold? You going the guy from the Jets?
Hey,
beat the Cowboys?
Christian McCaffrey.
Don't worry about
CMC
it.
the one speaking up for him. CMC the one saying, "Man, look, I think he's a really good quarterback. I think he's a starter and he could help us get over the top." That's what Christian McCaffrey said.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna talk good about this dude. Listen, your starting quarterback is gonna be Trey Lance. All right, relax. Like, you don't trust me. You don't want to fire John Lynch or Kyle Shanahan. They've been doing an awesome job for your organization up this far. You tell me the replacement y'all gonna get for Kyle Shanahan if y'all start Sam Darnold. Who's gonna replace Kyle Shanahan to keep y'all in position the way y'all are with this injury-riddled quarterback team y'all have? Nobody.
Who?
Kellen Moore.
What you say?
Hey, y'all just like hiring offensive coordinators as your head coach. I had to throw one out there.
I literally didn't hear who you said.
Oh, Kellen Moore.
We're gonna go back to Michigan and get your
Kellen Moore. Man, please go ahead, Joe.
You're done, son.
Kellen Moore. Look at I gotta read our members' comments. Sorry. Donnell, keep the cowboy name out your mouth. So all right, Donnell, I'm sorry. All right. I apologize. But look, back to the 49ers. Kyle Shanahan does this all the time. Every daggone offseason. Y'all got news. For what? We know what's gonna happen every year. Like last year, even with last year was speculation with Jimmy G and Trey Lance. We all knew Trey Lance was starting. We all knew that. So I have no doubt in my mind that week 1 comes, Trey Lance is going to start. You drafted this dude 2nd overall. You traded multiple first-round picks for this dude, and you still haven't seen him for real. So why wouldn't you at least give him a chance? We saw Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, come in here and win, 10 games straight? How many games was that? 8 games straight? Come on, man. I mean, I told y'all when I did it, my top not so average top 5, I did a top 6, I think, quarterbacks in the NFC. I had Brock Purdy last. Remember that? And everybody was like, "Oh my God, he's last." I'm like, yeah, Brock Purdy is a product of the team. He just is. He's part of the system. And Trey Lance is that dual threat that Kyle Shanahan has been dying for since RG3 got hurt. So Trey Lance is gonna be our starter, David. It's okay. I would love to be in your situation, but I'm not. But he's gonna start.
Okay, I want to throw one thing out there when you talk about Matt Stafford. I want y'all to know the year that the Rams won the Super Bowl, Matt Stafford led the league in interceptions. So when you want to talk about the Cowboys, just remember that, all right? See, nobody know what I'm saying. Nobody likes to talk about when people lead the league in interceptions unless it's a Cowboy. But anyway, right? I think it's going to be Trey Lance. I agree with a little bit of what Dave was saying, not to the extreme level that he went as far as getting fired. But they do deserve to give that boy a chance in training camp to at least get his job back, right? Nick Foles is not a great quarterback. Stop it.
He's not great, but
he was good for that environment. That environment
he wasn't a great quarterback, and they still won. So you don't need a great quarterback.
But he was good enough. What I'm saying is, it's not. He wasn't a game manager. Let's put it that way. Jimmy Garoppolo is a certified game manager.
Yeah, I get you. My bad, Tomo.
And it was more so, I think Alshon just dropped passes with Wentz. He caught the passes with Foles. But anyway, like I said, though, he deserves to get the chance in training camp, at least to get his job back. Because I believe the play that he got hurt on, you all were in the red zone looking to score against the Seahawks. So the offense was productive with him, right? Granted, you did lose week 1 to the Bears, but that's week 1. Like, we really don't know what the team's going to look like.
And it was a monsoon as well. So I get that.
And then he bounced back week 2.
That reminds me about week 2. Just go
ahead. But that's what I'm saying. That's why he deserves to get the shot, because Brock Purdy comes in. Of course, he wins 8 games straight. But again, Mr. Irrelevant. That means no one has any type of film on him. Also, as more games started to play, think about that. The Cowboys game, he kind of was a little shaky. A little shaky. That's why most people were more so upset at Dak that he lost that game. Because some of them passes that Brock Purdy was throwing should have been picked off, meaning that. And then even in the Eagles game, it kind of got close to that too, but he got hurt.
This is what I mean by saying he's Jimmy Garoppolo 2.0. This is exactly what I'm saying.
So yeah.
Hey, you say you say he's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFC last year. When I did mine, I was average top 5.
Who, Purdy?
I mean,
yeah, they were on him.
I got to defend my team. Come on now. Come on now.
He was playing like that. He wasn't turning the ball over. You got to think about it. You got to look at it. Two things can be true in a parallel universe, right? He can be Mr. Irrelevant, but he also can be playing at a level because he's exceeding the expectations. Because someone who's Mr. Irrelevant shouldn't have been playing at that level.
Facts.
And again, this is why Dak got killed again, because you went up against somebody who shouldn't be playing at your level, but yet you played down to his level and lost the game. Dang. And this is also another reason why Trey Lance should get that shot, because Justin Fields got a shot. Dak Prescott still gonna get a shot. Jalen Hurts got a second chance at it. Like, you got to give him at least a chance to show that he can fail, not 2 games and one of them where he gets hurt. So I agree with you, Dave, but not to the extent where somebody should get fired. He paid for that.
Okay, Tyrone wanted to make sure we said this.
Go ahead and read that, Dave.
Tyrone put in the super chat. Nick Foles, not great quarterback. Kevo. Hashtag Kirk U. Hashtag PSU over MSU.
Kirk U. I like that.
Penn State over Michigan State. Or as Thomas says, the state.
Yeah, Michigan the state. Yes,
the state. But yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying is what I also know about Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch, they're very high on Brock Purdy. That's why I feel like I know he's going to start week 1. If he's there throughout training camp, he's going to start.
They high on Jimmy Garoppolo too.
And Jimmy Garoppolo is what started when they had Trey Lance in there after they drafted him.
Yeah, because he's supposed to sit behind him. What happened year 2 though, when Jimmy G was on the roster?
Well, yeah, Trey Lance was there. Then Kyle Shanahan got him hurt in week 2.
See, look, it's looking like basically what Dave was trying to tell you, Joe, is don't get high on your own supply. And right now, the 49ers are getting high, okay, up there in Levi. But let's Levi right where they stand right now. You know, like some bad starch jeans. Is the drought over? Is the drought over? We got to talk about 2 NFL teams who probably haven't seen the playoffs in, some would say, almost a decade. At least our team's been to the playoffs. You know what I mean? We may not win the big games, but we've been to the playoffs. And if you don't know who I'm alluding to at this point, then you might need to check your sports knowledge. We're talking about the Jets, who just got a Hall of Fame quarterback. And we're talking about the Lions, who just bounced back from hard knocks. But letting y'all know, like, this is Hard Knock University over here now, because we adding pieces and we looking to win, because that same quarterback has now left our division. So we got to ask, which team is more likely to end their playoff drought, the Jets or the Lions? And because, Dave, you've been starting so much, Joe, you got to start this one.
Let's get it. I'm going with the Lions. So, look, both of them could make the playoffs. All right? Both of them could not make the playoffs. If there was a team to make the playoffs that won that too, I'm going with the Lions making it and the Jets not making it. I'm going with the Lions. And Donnell said neither. So I like the Lions because of this. Number one, Jared Goff played great towards the end of the season. I think he was 16 touchdowns to 1 interception down the stretch of the season. He gonna have some weapons still. He got Amari St. Brown. He got Gibbs, a rookie from Alabama. Those are 2 playmakers with the ball in their hand. And he also got Jameson Williams, who's out for 6 weeks, but he'll be back from the gambling thing. We saw what he did on his first play. My man scored a touchdown. So another playmaker. So they got playmakers. I think their defense will be much better this year. That was their Achilles heel early in the season. Like they first 6-7 weeks, they were terrible defensively. They brought in CJ Gardner Johnson. We all know about CJ in the NFC East. Cameron Sutton, they brought a man from the Steelers. Steelers got that hard-nosed defense environment. He's going to come there, playing cornerback. Aiden Hutchinson, I think he's going to have a breakout year this year. he can definitely be a defensive player of the year candidate if he plays to his full potential. He's one of those type guys. I mean, I remember him when we played him, he caused havoc. So I think what Aiden Hutchinson, McNeil, James Houston. I think that they're gonna play. I think that defense is gonna step up this year. So and they got one of the best offensive lines. Now I look at the Jets. The Jets got to play Josh Allen twice, Tua and Tyreek Hill and Waddle twice. They got to play Jalen Hurts. They got to play Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert. Well, the Lions got to play Patrick Mahomes, Lamar. All right, look, I'm trying to keep my. All right, let's start over. All right. Patrick Mahomes, the Lions got to play Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, and Justin Herbert. Those are only legit quarterbacks they got to play for real. So plus the Lions in a weaker division. They got the Vikings, who I think they should have beat twice last year, who they beat the second time around. They got the Packers with Jordan Love at quarterback. We are questionable about that. We don't know what's going to happen with that. And come on, we all in the Bears ain't doing nothing this year. So the Lions could actually win a division. We got the Jets. They got the toughest division in the NFL for real, probably, when you think about it. So one of the toughest divisions. So I'm going with the Lions.
All right, Dave, you can go last because you went first the first 3 times. But you named all them quarterbacks, man. Joe, why are you doing this, man? Why are you doing this? You said Jalen Hurts and just started laughing. Like, you just skipped, right? All right, it's okay. It's okay. All right, I'm gonna address this. Look, the Detroit Lions, right? 31 seasons. Last playoff win was in 1991. The last playoff win, 1991, okay? The last playoff game they played was 2017. They played the Seahawks. They lost, okay? Jets, last playoff appearance, 2010. Some would say 2011. Around that, because with the seasons, you can do whatever you want with the years. But I'm not going to put it up on the screen, kind of like the same Eagles fans who don't know when they won the Super Bowl. But their last playoff appearance, conference championship, and they lost that game. And that's the last time they've been in the playoffs. I'm picking the Lions because of the NFC conference. Like, it's easier. Mm-hmm. Once Rodgers left, they now have to play Kirk Cousins, Justin Fields, I was about to say Matt Stafford. I don't know why I'm thinking about Matt Stafford, but I believe in Jared Goff for this. Who?
Hold on.
No, you're right. Jordan Love. I didn't name him. The same way you skipping over quarterbacks, I can skip quarterbacks too. Okay. But Jared Goff, they got the offensive weapons and they amped up that defense. CJ Garner, he is a force to be reckoned with. When you need a safety back there, and they also got young corners who can defend. And Amon St. Brown. He showed y'all that he's the number 1 receiver in this league, and he's a force. He's a force too. Exactly. So when you got to go up against that and think about the quarterbacks that are still left in the NFC conference, you got your Dak, you got your Jalen Hurts, you got your David Carrs, you got your, like I said, Kirk Cousins. These are like the guys that Matt Stafford, I'm going to throw him out there too, as far as being the top of the food chain in the NFC. You kind of got it easier. And when you look at the Jets, Joe, you said everything I was going to say. You got the Bills twice. I don't know why you said Josh Allen. Like, they not a team. You got the Bills. You got to get out of your division first before you can think about the playoffs. So once they get out of their division, then we can talk about that. And is Aaron Rodgers going to go back into a dark place in the middle of the season? We don't know. The Jets defense looked good. Their offense looked good before he got there. He is a pivotal piece. Garrett Wilson is nice. But, again, you got to get out of that division.
Mm-hmm.
Dave.
So I guess I gotta be the only one in here to say a different answer, huh?
Okay.
I got the Jets, man. They got what they needed. They needed a quarterback. Mm-hmm. Everything else they already had. Now I understand that their running back got hurt and he was out for the year, but he's back healthy now. You got Garrett Wilson there. You got Allen Lazard there. You got some weapons to help out what Aaron Rodgers needed. And plus, he's doing a lot of things that he didn't do with the Packers the last few years.
Like show up.
Exactly. OTAs is not something that he usually does. He's out there. He's out there with them right now. He's building chemistry with his team. What did we criticize about Aaron Rodgers last year? He was not out there with those rookies. He was not doing anything he could to create a chemistry with them. He expected them to just be ready when football season came. Right now, he's out there doing whatever he needs to do to make sure he helps the team. And their defense is already really good. We know about Sauce Gardner. We know about the defensive line that they have. They got everything they need to be able to make it. So I believe the Jets will be able to make it to playoffs. Now, they do have the tougher road. I'm not saying it's going to be a lot easier. they have the tougher road, but I believe they have the team to be able to handle it. They have the quarterback that's able to handle it now. Um, Not saying that he's gonna be able to handle it when it comes to playoff time. That's a total different story. We're just talking about getting to the playoffs. So I think he can definitely help this team make the playoffs. Not saying that the Lions can't, because I believe they have a really good chance as well because of everything that Joe said. The only thing I disagree with Joe was saying that the Bears not going to do nothing. I feel like they upgraded their team a lot. They put a lot around Justin Fields to be able to help him out. So I think they're going to be a little bit better than last year. I don't think they're going to be great.
What's a little bit better though? 6 games?
7, 8 games. I think it's possible. So we'll see. But I think the Jets are going to be able to make it. Now, yes, they have to deal with the Dolphins. They got to deal with the Bills as well. But they were right there with them with their defense. So now with the offense to match it, I think they have a good enough chance to be able to make the playoffs.
Hold on, real quick. You said Aaron Rodgers and everything he could have helped that team. You know he's skipping the rest of the offseason, right? Not the rest of it. The rest of I mean, I think so. The remaining of the OTAs, he is.
Yeah, but he's going to be there for training camp. What I'm saying is he never showed up at all the last few years for the Packers.
But you said he's doing everything he could. I don't think he ain't. You got Bama, you got people like Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. All them dudes showing up, and they already got chemistry. Aaron Rodgers, you gotta show up, bro. Now, I'm not saying they're gonna make the playoffs, but the Lions got a better shot. The Lions gonna win their division. Jets could too. But we talking about, come on, the Bills, even the Patriots, they get DeAndre Hopkins and Cook, right, Carl? Right, Tomo?
Hey, come on now. When it happens, it happens.
The Patriots have been, I don't know if anyone knows it, but the Patriots have been clearing cap space so they can get both of them.
When it happens, I know, but when it happens, it happens. But I want to say this, though. We also are the same folks that did the topping and say, is Miami the best team in that division right now? We all kind of came to a consensus that Miami is the best team in that division, right? Until the Bills can prove otherwise.
Well, they proved last year, but
I'm talking about this year because now you got to think Miami got Tua, who got a little tubby Tua, as Vaughn would say.
They got Jalen Ramsey. They added Ramsey now, so their defense should be improved. It's not like they didn't have the pieces; they just didn't have the coach back there to help them out. So, but now they got a new D coordinator, all of that with Vic Fangio back there. Vic Fangio is a great defensive coordinator. Trust me, I know.
Hillman, Mike McDaniel, that'd be crazy.
And you're talking about the Bills, who in marriage counseling right now because Josh Allen and Diggs don't see eye to eye.
That's true.
So you kind of got to deal with that. So I mean, the Jets have a chance, but Tubby Tua, man, I'm trusting Tubby Tua.
The Lions got an easier road.
But yeah, that's why that's why that's why we looking at it like that. But yeah,
and the Lions are trending up. Well, so are the Jets though.
These are two teams trending up that haven't been trending up in a while. So they're trending up. It's just I'm more so looking at
the quarterbacks.
And that's not to say that Jared Goff is trash because I don't think he's trash at all. I mean, the man went to the Super Bowl and he played really good last year. So I think it's possible, very possible that they can win their division. I just think Aaron Rodgers is better, and I think he has a better chance.
The Jets has the remaining longest drought, right? Active longest drought in major sports right now.
In major sports.
The last time they made a playoff was 2010, I think.
Yeah, it was. Man,
So,
that's
we not it no more.
Was that with Mark Sanchez?
yeah.
Yeah, when they put out Brady, no. I think they put out. Did they put out Brady? No. I think Miles Sanders beat Brady twice in the playoffs. Darrell Reeves. Deion Sanders, you better watch out. Darrell Reeves.
Darrell Reeves and Antonio Cromartie. People forget about him too. He was there on the other side.
He was good.
The league going back to that. I think we talked about it all there. The league going back to that where they got two. Yeah, that's what's up. But hey, Detroit, it's been so cold in the D, man. It's time for y'all to wake up. All right. I would say that concludes. That's the 3 topics we got here. Y'all want to get to? We did the quick news earlier.
I know. I'm so used to the quick news now.
Yeah, the quick news beat us to it.
Wait, y'all didn't? Did y'all want to talk about the play-in tournament in the NBA that they announced today?
Well, I need more understanding of it. Like we do that tomorrow because they didn't really drop the dimes and like.
Yeah, all they did was drop the date. That's it.
So like I need to get more info on that before I make a judgment on it. You know, but listen, man, it was a great show today. But look, before y'all hop off, make sure y'all like this video on 3 different platforms: Twitter, Facebook, and our monetized channel on YouTube. Right? Shout out to YouTube and all the subscribers. Listen, y'all also share this video with somebody because they can always go back and read and watch this live episode. And we also gonna break them up in segments. So share it on all 3 platforms and subscribe and follow on all 3 platforms. Listen, we got the comment section. Y'all been lit in the comments. Shout out to Kevo for the super chat. Shout out to Tom with the super chat. And shout out to Donnell and Jerry, our members in the show right now. Right. So listen, man.
Shout out to you too. Don't forget yourself.
I mean, that's a given. You feel me? I appreciate it. You know, that's a given. You know, like, you know, you gotta live what you do. All right, if that makes sense. So look, shout out to the members though. Listen, y'all, we're looking for more members. We're looking for more members, man. All right, so we appreciate all the support for people becoming members, and they are personally becoming members. We're gonna start putting member only videos out. All right, so you know, we're gonna come on that circle and we're gonna talk about that, but we're gonna start putting some member only videos and live chats out too. So shout out to everybody in the comment section. Dave, talk about those IG chats we got going on.
Yeah, man. So these IG chats, man, we give you the latest news here first. All you got to do is click the link in the description and you become a member. That gives you exclusive access to us, to stuff that we like to talk about, and depending on which membership you choose, Tom was going to explain that in a little bit. You'll see exactly what the perks are. But these chats, these are only on Instagram. Only on Instagram. At the moment. We may change it somewhere else, but right now we are only on Instagram with these chats. So we have an NBA chat mixed in with the WNBA, the NFL. We have Major League Baseball. Shout out to BWT Baseball with Teddy. Like Joe said, we're gonna get a live show this week. The date hasn't been set yet, but it's gonna be a live show with Teddy. So shout out to Teddy for that. College football. College football season is almost here. It's wrapping up. Can't wait to see what's going to happen with the U. We're going to see what's going to happen with Michigan State, Penn State, Maryland. I'm not sure if Joe even has a team yet, but
Wake Forest.
No, I'm just
that's
following.
basketball.
Oh.
That's basketball.
Football ain't got no team.
College basketball, men and women. It was a really exciting season this year, so can't wait to see what's going to happen in basketball. And then boxing, like I said, we got some fights coming up. We got Canelo might be supposed to be fighting Charlo. We got Wilder out here calling people out because they're not fighting them. So it's a lot of crazy things going on in the boxing right now.
Episode coming up soon.
Yeah, but then UFC. And then a little bit of wrestling, just got to throw a little bit of Degeneration Next up in there, just a little bit up in there.
You trying to get us suspended, man?
No. But Tom, I'll go ahead and explain what they can do to be a part of these chats.
Dang, Dave, no shout out to University of Maryland.
He said Maryland.
I said, bro.
Is he talking about Michigan?
He's from Michigan? Oh no.
Yeah. I think he's talking about. Yeah, he said go blue earlier.
I ain't mentioned Michigan at all. I'm sorry.
Oh man, but I would say we can leave Donnell up here because that's a prime example of a member. Someone who came in the chats. He's been a part of episodes and he's a member. So if you want to become a member, like Donnell, click the link, and then you could become a member. The link is right there in the description. It's not that far. You don't have to use Waze or Apple Maps or Google Maps to get to it. It's right there. All right, and we provide 3 levels. We got the $2.99 Pro level. That's $2.99 a month. That is. And with the Pro level, I don't know why you keep throwing it. Oh, no. We're not doing that right now, okay? Loyalty badges next to your name in the comments and live chats, okay? The University of Miami can wait. Priority comments, as you've seen throughout the show, if you're a member, the priority comments come first, and we answer those because we sure not caring about what Carl was talking about. Join One Sports Chat. That's what you get for $2.99 a month at the Pro level. All-Star level, $4.99 a month. You get the same perks from the Pro level, but you also get member-only videos, join multiple chats. Those are all the chats that Dave so eloquently stated in the slide before. And you get to request a topic or segment nominees. Segments are You Done Son, Not So Average Top 5, and Dave's Dog Pound. Also, if you say, you know what, I want the works. Like supersize. You want everything, right? You go to the superstar level. That's $9.99 a month. You get the same perks that you get from the all-star and the pro level, but you get to be in the R2L chat. You get to be a guest on the show. Yep, you show is. You get awards and plaques from the top performers. Just a quick breakdown: when you say awards and plaques, these are real awards. And when we say top performance, that's based upon the episode that you were on, not the segment that you thought about or the topic that you thought about. You actually have to come on the show, and then we base that off that performance. And you get member shout outs. So again, shout out to Jerry and shout out to Donnell, shout out to Joe, and shout out to you who's gonna click that link and become a member now. Joe.
Let's get it. Let's get it. And then last but not least, shout out to BWT, Baseball with Teddy. Listen, y'all, episodes actually, matter of fact, I'm tripping. Episode is dropping today, very soon, right? Like minutes after the show. All right, so episode is dropping very soon. A live episode is coming out this weekend. Don't know the time and date yet. We will stay tuned for that, and your announcements will be coming out most likely tomorrow or either Friday. So if you are a diehard baseball fan, a casual fan, or a fan who just want to know more about baseball, tune into BWT Baseball with Teddy, do Refuse to Do Sports. Once again, shout out to Teddy for running this show. And look, let's get these last words in. Listen, man, this is what I got to say. One, I didn't see your message in the chat, okay? So I'm not running. I don't know what the conversation was about. I've been busy all day. I was in and out like playing hopscotch, but best believe I'm gonna be in. I'm gonna be in the chat right to the show. I'll give you all the smoke. Right? I don't know what you got for me, but I'll be ready. But shout out to Commanders. Commanders, we're gonna prove a lot of people wrong this year. Get Devontae Smith out of here. Jahan Dawson, this is your season. Let's go. And then Sacramento, hashtag Fox MVP season.
For me, Miami, do whatever you need to do to get Dame.
Sorry. They hold up. Shout out to the Athletics for beating the Tigers 1-0. Shout out to Kevo. Shout out to Kevo wearing the jersey. Shout out to Kevo girl for buying the jersey.
Yeah. Gave the Athletics good luck. Give the Athletics good luck. But from what I'm hearing, what the holdup is Ben Simmons. Look, Miami.
Ben Simmons.
I'm about to explain it. So, the Nets want to include Ben Simmons in the trade to either go to Miami or the Blazers. Miami, look. Just take him.
I mean,
just go ahead. If any place can resurrect somebody's career, it's Miami. If any place can do it, it's Miami. Just go ahead.
The court.
Yeah, I don't know about off the court. Hey, whatever happens off the court, that's up to you. Just don't bring none of the Jenners to Miami. The Kardashians, don't bring them to Miami. We don't need that. We don't need that. Keep them in LA. Keep them somewhere else. Don't bring them out here. But if that's what it takes to get Dame, just take them. Just take them. It's another piece. San Francisco, look, don't do me dirty. Don't do me dirty. Don't have me going to the season and I got to see Sam Darnold out there starting. Just don't do that to me. And then shout out to Kevo. Shout out to Kevo, and then shout out to Carl Garris. He said that's the real Carl. That's what he said in the comment. He said that's the real Carl. So yeah, I'll do whatever. I'm gonna look at the schedule and see when Miami has a home game, and I'm gonna do whatever I can to make sure I come down there so I can go to my very first Hurricanes home game. So
for my last words, I just want to say this. Carl, I don't care if he threw 60 touchdowns. He led the league in interceptions. I'm sorry. I just want to point out the fact that we talked about it on the last episode with the quick news is narratives. I'm tired of every time a Cowboy leads in negative stats. It's the one thing people want to talk about for 8 months. But when somebody else do it, it's all good. They act like it never happened. Trayvon gave up yards, but he got interceptions. All everybody was talking about was he gave up the most yards. So I don't care. He led the league in interceptions. He won the Super Bowl behind it, but he still led the league in interceptions. It is what it is. And whatever you got to say in the chat, I'm ready for it too. Like Joe said, hashtag all the smoke. All right. I like hookah.
Let's go. All right, everybody take a shot at Carl on their last word. That's funny. But look, that's all we got. Oh,
I did.
look at Worm. Carl, you said
You're
for a
done,
very
son.
last comment.
You're done,
You're done,
son.
son. That's funny.
Oh, and I had to make. I waited until now to make this announcement. So it's not going to be the dog pound. It's just going to be the doghouse.
Okay, cool.
It's the doghouse, and it's making a return tomorrow.
I like
Who the dog?
Oh, we're gonna find out. We should have a picture of Samuel Jackson and Bernie Mac. Yeah. But all right, y'all. That's all we have for y'all today, and we'll see y'all tomorrow at the next episode.
Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.